Ow! Thank you. Hello, my historical fashion friends, and welcome to another episode where I linger far too long in the Middle Ages and forget to move on to another time period. I am coming to you again from my room of cats. If you watch my apron video also, which is actually probably coming out next week, I am in a room filled with cats that all just got no-clud. I'm in a room full of cats that all just got spay-neutered, and I need to keep an eye on them to make sure they're not licking and biting their wounds, which they seem intent on doing. And they also were all sick for 2 weeks, so I have to make sure they're not having diarrhea. I think I found something that worked, finally, after they were staying overnight at the vet for a week, and my other cat was sick, and he went to our own vet, and it was very crazy. Give a subscribe if you want to see some tutor garment footage soon. I think I'm gonna be finally moving on. I do have a couple more things that I'm making in kind of the 1400s time period. Gonna do a coat hardy and a short sleeve lace up kirtle in the front. That's gonna be my mock-up for my coat hardy, but I'm hoping it's going to be usable. I am hopefully going to make a Renaissance gown as well, even though I kind of hate any sort of empire waist style type thing, but I think it would look good with my olive green silk that I got secondhand. So first of all, disclaimer on this tabard, which is that I actually had wanted to make a surcoat with this fabric, but I made my hose first, and then I didn't have enough fabric left over. So then I kind of made this thing, and I was like, this seems like a thing, but I didn't know what it was called. And then I ended up working backwards to try to find historical evidence for the thing that I'd already made, which I don't advise doing. There's two images from the Holkam Bible where there's a woman wearing kind of something similar, but it's actually a blacksmith's apron, so it seems more tied to her position rather than it being kind of a fashionable garment. And then there's another image of somebody who seems to be wearing a surcoat that's basically split all the way up the side, and there's just a little bit of fabric attached, but it wasn't really that. So after poring over hundreds of paintings and manuscripts, I actually managed to find two images that looked similar. Both were Pieter Brugel paintings. Probably didn't say that. Pieter? Brugel, being Massacre of the Innocents and Christ bearing the cross. One in Pieter Bruegel's Christ bearing the cross has a piece sort of tying the two together, which I actually liked the look of and might do myself. No, Claude. The other one is in Pieter Bruegel's Massacre of the Innocents, which has a woman wearing basically what looks like a full-length apron. I think it's in linen. Mine is in wool, but it makes sense because hers being in linen, because it seems to be functional more than a fashion garment, and you'd want to watch linen way more than wool. I was Googling. I Googled apron, and then it wasn't that, and I Googled surcoat, but it also wasn't that. And then I finally found it. Tabard. Actually, most of the things I found under tabard were more of sort of heraldic style things that would go over a knight's uniform, but it was kind of the closest thing. I saw a couple Ren Fair type websites selling a woman's tabard that looked similar, but I never know if those are very historically accurate or not. But at least I felt quasi-validated enough to make this video. Anyway, I wonder what people would have done if they didn't have enough fabric and they wanted to make something like that. I guess they probably would have just gotten more fabric and used this for hose or something like that. But what if they're super poor? I don't know. Maybe I'll just save it for strictly non-historical fashion uses. So here's a drawing of basically what I want the final look to be. The one on the right with the apron and the veil. Disregard the lovely lady on the left, as that fabric I was going to use to make that actually went to an Assassin's Creed style costume for my husband's birthday, and hopefully he will model it for a future episode. The construction for this is basically too simple to even be a tutorial of any kind, but here is a drawing. It's literally 2 rectangles sewn together at the top, and I cut a neck hole in. I put the outfit on my mannequin while everything was still mid-construction so I could see the tabard neckline in comparison to the kirtle and the apron. I spent more time just thinking about where I wanted to put the neckline than anything else, and I probably didn't even need to do a rolled hem on this wool, as it was pretty felted after the dyeing process and it was unlikely to fray. Here's a link above if you want to watch the video where I dye this fabric with onion skins. I did a rolled hem anyway. I also forgot to record doing it, so here's the footage of me doing a rolled hem on the same fabric from my hose video. They match, and they were dyed in the same dye bath. And now for more Los Angeles trying to be medieval Europe footage. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to subscribe. I will hopefully pull it together soon. I'm kind of like crazy with all this cat stuff. So I will be sewing a hat and hopefully doing some sort of like Halloween story time kind of thing coming up. The hat is from my Medieval Garments Reconstructed book. It's not going to be 100% matched to it, just because wool makes me itchy, so I don't want just a wool hat. I'm gonna line it with linen. And next week will be my video on the brown apron I made to go with this outfit, and some fun footage I shot in New Hampshire with my friends. Then after that is going to be my teal cotehardie / the mock-up for that. It might become 2 separate videos because it'll probably be too long, so I'll probably end up with a video on making a short sleeve gold kirtle that laces up in the front, and then long sleeve wool teal cotehardie / kirtle, kind of Merida inspired, but without the elbow slashes. And remember, once I hit 100 subscribers, I will be going grocery shopping in my Foundations Revealed outfit. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, give it a like, maybe, I don't know, and leave a comment if all the pets in your house have ever been sick at the same time. See you next time.